Hello, and welcome to AUTOMAT Live-Coding. This is the stream where we write a game automation app with ambitions to become a visual scripting language. This is how it looks. It's called AUTOMAT, and it is a sandbox, a rectangular sandbox where you get access to a bunch of toys. Those toys, they can do all sorts of things, like doing macros is a small macro. Oh crap. Anyway, it has lots of bugs. This whole thing, I'm trying to design this system so that it's not just a single application. I'm trying to actually make it. I cannot disconnect this. Okay. Anyway, I have this timeline here, right? I can play it. See, and my mouse moves by itself. And it even clicked the play button. So this loop where AUTOMAT kind of clicks itself. It's very weird. You can create loops like that. Anyway, I was doing all sorts of things in AUTOMAT recently, and it suddenly became faster. I think so. We changed how object hierarchies work. It used to be the case that this board, which is in the background, it used to render all of the toys onto itself. Now it's not the case. Board renders into a separate texture, all toys render into separate textures, and then they are all combined into one top-level texture. Apparently, this helps a lot. It's very weird how much it helped. I feel like we got like one extra frame of latency because of that. Things are more sticky. I mean, I animate them here to be even more sticky. So nice things are happening in AUTOMAT. And things are more systematic. So you can hook up connections. Its highlight is more correct. I mean, the system can detect which toys are compatible with connections better. Can better connect and disconnect them. Things just slowly start to work. And recently I have been playing with this. I don't remember, was it on the last stream or maybe it was afterwards, but I added this way for toys where I can delete an object, like this timer. Let's try deleting timer. And yeah, it fades out. There is some trash left in the crash, but I can delete toys and the widgets, toys. I can delete objects and the toys stay on screen. Actually, I think I need to change the terminology again. I'm wondering how to incorporate the term toy into the AUTOMAT system. Right now, toys are the widgets which are associated with objects. A widget that represents an object is a toy. Because widgets, they are also used in other places, like this button, this is a widget. All those buttons, they are widgets. Those three buttons, they are widgets. This button in the corner, this here, this is also a widget. Tons of widgets. Not all of them are toys. Anyway, today we are going to do two things. First, I was using Z as my editor for the past maybe a couple of months. But I do miss, it's just so boring. It's so flat. I just cannot look at it anymore. It's absolutely silly, but I just am tired of looking at that. I need to change something, and having a text editor which can only display, flat colors is so... Yeah, I think I'm moving back to VS Code. So I took my team, so this is the team that I made for Z, and I ported it. I spent all day yesterday porting this to VS Code. So now I have a nice theme inside VS Code where I overrode pretty much every setting to make VS Code. I think now it should... So first of all, it shows pictures of cats in terminal. There is that. And I also have some pictures here. I don't know why they are not visible right now. I guess if I restart it, I should see some pictures. Yeah, there we go. So today I would like to take this theme and maybe upload it so that it can be downloaded by others. A lot of thought went into this theme, so this is pretty much like AUTOMAT. Like, I spend a lot of time designing everything, in detail. So, but every decision in this design, it's actually based, there is a reason for everything. So maybe, let me show you the enable activity bar. So, I can go over the design decisions that were made specifically for this theme. First of all, the choice of colors and materials, it tries to follow real-world metaphors. This is an approach that I'm also using in AUTOMAT. And the reason for this is that when you look at an interface, even if you are an experienced user, you will be able to process some things faster because your brain can make parallels between the natural world. If things on screen behave in a consistent way, it will be just more intuitive to use all of those things. So the colors, they resemble metal or stone. Maybe stone is more accurate. Stone, wood, stone and plants and the sky. So we only have mostly blue. The editor is blue. And the things around it look like stone, wood, and maybe some green parts. Plants as well. Green is the accent used in some places. Maybe I will start with the blue, the editor. The blue color was chosen as the background because blue light promotes wakefulness. So it's easier to stay awake, and it's like it has a very slight, subtle stimulating effect compared to, for example, red background. You could also use red background, but that would be much less... it would be easier to fall asleep to something like that. Then we have colors. Comments. I believe comments are the most important piece of any code. So comments, they have special coloring. They are the main thing that uses the color yellow. So yellow means this is important, and as you are scrolling through the file, the comments, they are meant to pop out as much as possible. Then we have the constants. The second most important thing in your program are integers and strings, the values that are actually being passed through the program. And they also use a highlight. They use the green highlight, the one that the same as here. This is just to kind of pull your attention towards them. The second most important thing are operators, function calls, variable names. For those, I am using white. Ideally, I would like to use semantic coloring, but I will see if I can configure the team to use this. Maybe we can do this today after we do other things. We will see if we can fix the colors. The colors are, I also think, slightly too... I don't think I properly customized all of the colors. So we'll also take a look at that. Anyway, the least important part of programs are keywords. This may be a controversial opinion, but I think that keywords, such as include, namespace, and even the types, the names of types, I think they are mostly there to help the parser of the programming language to understand your program. They are not the essence. In most of the cases, you could even try to remove the keywords and the structure of the program would still be mostly clear, even without those keywords. So, maybe not all of them, but I think they are the least important out of all things. I think those parentheses here, yeah, they can be muted. I think they are too muted right now, but we'll deal with this in a second. So next we have scrollbar. Scrollbar also uses color blue, and this is because the editor is blue. So you have this blue scrollbar that you can drag to the file and move it this way. Around the editor, there are some sections which use this, what do you call this color? Let me check. Navy, this navy blue. So the surround, everything around your source code, immediately around your source code, uses this navy blue color. And this navy blue is also used as the background for the minimap, so that the metaphor is consistent. Like, you are looking at this blue highlighted section surrounded by navy, the rest of the source code in navy color. Okay, I need to change those, actually. All those things are nice. Okay. So that was the editor. The things around the editor, they try to pretend to be made out of stone, and the brightness of the stone indicates how far away from you a given surface is. So the brightest surfaces are menus. This menu is the brightest type of stone. So this is the most in front of you. Behind this, you have the toolbar. Behind this, you have inactive elements of the toolbar, some backgrounds, and even sticky sections like this one that only appear sometimes.
Zephyr Book says,
Hey everyone!
Hey, Nate. So we have this depth here. Now, there are two more colors, actually one more color used in the interface. There are also pop-ups. If you invoke any action, a pop-up comes up. The pop-ups use the green background. This is just something that I noticed, that there are some elements in the interface in VSCode that will disappear if you hit escape. So they use this green color. So as long as I can close something by hitting escape, I treat it as a pop-up. So this is a pop-up. I think notification center. This is a pop-up, the one in the bottom corner. There are not many notifications. Yeah, I think this pop-up should also be changed. I actually created to-do. So it's the I think this pop-up is slightly different, or no, actually no, it behaves in the same way. So this one should also have this green background. And then there is the one more. I think if I remember correctly, it's a debugger pop-up that will also pop up. So one more thing in this design I wanted to mention. Oh well. Okay, there is also terminal. Terminal uses slightly different background color. This uses this dark green because this is what Matrix used. And, you know, terminals in the Matrix, they should follow the same, you know, style. Okay, I will hide the sidebar. So the sidebar uses the brown color. I think the sidebar could be made out of stone. But I just wanted to have a little bit more accent in the UI. This is slightly inconsistent. Sidebar should probably use the same color as sidebar. Oh yes, I remember. There was one more feature, and that feature is this bright green border around a window. It indicates which window has focus. If I do search, you can see there is this bright green here. It means there is focus here. If I click here, it goes away. Now this is black, and the focus is here. So whenever I click something, you know where your keys are being delivered in the UI. It's not just nothing here is random. All of the decisions, all of the color decisions, they actually were made to optimize something, to create like a theme that actually doesn't just look nice, it actually tries to help you. Like, this is design. This is what I like in design. And it's still not perfect. So we still have a couple of things here. Then I will upload this to Marketplace. And I was thinking that we may start with this VSCode theming, but I think there is a more urgent issue. This more urgent issue is that AUTOMAT is not building properly. So on GitHub, AUTOMAT releases, they are happening, or they are not happening. Like, there was this one that came about, but it didn't contain any binaries here, so something went wrong here. So before we do all those nice things with themes, first I want to fix GitHub releases. Unfortunately, AUTOMAT is in a broken state, so this upcoming release is going to be crashing, but still, things should build. Okay, let me take a look at... I think I need to take a look at the log. Is this unit called AUTOMAT? This is called release service. Okay, we had some stack traces. That's interesting. Let me find the most recent one. Oh. Fascinating. Not a Git repository. So it seems that our release service, let me see where it's coming from. AUTOMAT SRC. Okay, so I don't think we specified here the directory where AUTOMAT should run from. Yes, it's definitely not here. Okay. Let's just configure this working directory and see if this fixes the problem. I'm not sure where I should specify this. Okay, so I think this should be part of the service section. I really like systemd. Wow. I even get help about systemd arguments. Wow, this is incredible. Anyway. I think I should use a percent something. The directory of the fragment. No, I do not want that. Okay, let's do %y. Like that. I think maybe this will work. And the only way to test it is to actually push this, commit and push. So I'll push those changes here. Pull them. Okay. And now I can follow this log and see what happens if I trigger this. User enable. I do not want any user. Oh, I should have reloaded it. Because it failed now. Reload the services. Path is not normalized. What? Okay. What does the release pi do? Does it use the working directory in any other way? Okay, I think maybe I do not need this. Maybe I just can do it like that. Okay. And push. One change. Reload. Okay, it crashed again, but we have a log. Okay, okay. Oh, I think that this is running as root, this release service. And I think I configured the releaser, oops, to run as my user account. This is probably why I had so many user. I think I remember, I think I have this. Yes, I have this AUTOMAT release directory here. And detached. That should help. So I should So I just removed the root part of the build. I think this whole directory, opt, automat, I think I could remove. I'm a little bit too scared to do this right now, so maybe I will do this in a second. What are my degraded or failing units? Okay, this is not related to AUTOMAT. These are my various services. Yeah, maybe I can do it like that. Oh, oh no, this is just Kitty. Okay, it seems like this release is not even enabled. The instructions. I need to enable timer and then service. Okay, so I guess I can follow it now. And I should be able to also start it now. Okay, it failed. Failed to start, just like that. What? Failed to set up credentials. True, I think yes, there are some GitHub credentials that are stored somewhere. Yes, there is GitHub token. Okay. How this unit is configured. Load credential. And maybe I can ask Claude about this. There is a lot of docs to parse through. I think I'm actually a little bit surprised that there is no default credentials directory for each user. Already have load credential. Okay, let's try option 1. Okay. Let me see if I can actually access this now. Permission denied. Actually, let's start this again. Okay, that's the credentials. It looks like my code is failing now. But this is a slightly different issue than before. Oh no, actually it was the same. Cool. I can read the token now. hope it's not going to appear anywhere here. Time to fire it up. How do I... Okay, I need two terminals apparently. One where I started the job, and the other where I follow what's happening. So this is AUTOMAT Builder, which is running right now. Okay, so AUTOMAT was built. And I think my streaming machine, right, will probably also build AUTOMAT. I don't know if it will take down the stream or not, we will see. Anyway, I will do a short break while this is compiling, so be right back.
Meister Chica says,
3A to 13th GOAFF.
Okay. And it seems that things have failed. think uncle. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I think this was probably compilation on local machine. So AUTOMAT probably bit correctly on Linux. And I think after this line, this is probably the console from the Windows machine. Unzipping Ninja. Okay. Yeah, this is Windows. Windows, sometimes you have to do those things. Okay, window.o couldn't be compiled. Interesting. Can I SSH into this machine? Wally. I can. Nice. It feels so weird to see a Windows path in Kitty on Linux. The fact that SSH works is so nice. Okay, I need to fix this, and maybe I can use this remote facility to connect. Okay, Wally. It seems I connected over SSH to my other machine, which is like right next to me, which is where the stream is running.
I'm kinda considering closing my Discord account.
I really do not understand the problem with Discord. Like, they are just, treating everybody as teens now.
AI for identification. No problem at all.
Yeah, but every social network, I can tell this because I worked with like 20 different social networks. And okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but a lot of products, online services are essentially social networks. All of them deal with abuse problems. And ID verification, to me, it seems like the pretty much perfect solution to this problem. Once somebody cannot create unlimited virtual accounts online, the abuse stops being a problem. In folder. User desktop /automat release. Okay. Yes, I trust. This is my code. Not in the desk. And now I really like my new team. My new team is kind of awesome. I want to run this. Let's see if I was running this locally, so there is something broken with Ninja, but I will see later. Oh. So this is this issue that we had. I can connect over SSH to a Windows machine and VSCode works fine. Incredible. Okay, the errors are at... This is just a warning, offset off warning. Isn't this disabled? Warning suppression mappings. Maybe I need to use backslashes as well. Just want to get rid of those warnings, they shouldn't appear. I want to see just 7 errors. Ah, okay. I do SRC. I can suppress this warning, it works. Just... I don't know. It must be backslashes. Okay. So maybe I can double backslashes. Okay, it works. So I will also update this. And let's fix this actual issue. Mutex. I need this Silangdi. I cannot work without it. I am more addicted to CLangD than to LLMs. Is it there? Yes, it is. Or more errors. Maybe I could even move this captured image over. Okay, let's see this library window. I think it should be fine from now on. Cool. So the Windows machine seems to be building AUTOMAT fine now. Okay, let's disconnect. Close remote connection. And this is my log window. I will keep this and I will trigger another build. I think I pushed. Anyway, let's see if this will work. Failed. Not on the main branch. Please switch to main before building the release. Oh. Oh. Why am I detached? think I know. I think the plan was that you have 3 checkouts of AUTOMAT. The one for the releaser is always going to stick to main, and the 2 slaves. And the 2 slaves are going to be managed. Managed by it. Okay, I know what to do now. We'll stop this. I need to disable some services. Okay. Now that they are done, they are gone. Okay. Now I can check the status of this job. Apparently I can follow this as a user. Nice. Okay, and one thing I need to change is in this host specification, in the list of slaves, needs to have a user account.
Whoa, careful with that word on open world wide web.
Enable resolve conflicts. Okay. Why am I in AUTOMAT release? Let me change directory. think everything should have been pushed, pulled and everything. Let's see if the releaser will fix itself now. Yes, it did. Another issue. What do I have in TMP? Okay. So I need to just delete this file in the releaser script. Yeah, SCP, I think it should override by default. So this is weird. This is being executed as root. SCP failed. Crazy stuff. Let me try to do this manually. SSH host, connect to this one. And local path is this one. It actually does look like somebody else is writing to this file. I can download to another file and override it, and that works.
The X-Nexus says,
Inside.
Oh. Hey. It had a different user. Okay. Apparently SCP will overwrite your files, but not if it's owned by another user you have power over. Anyway.
Slept so little.
Same here. I think 4 hours. Don't know why.
I think I got around 4 hours.
Okay, let me see the releases. So the release from 2 weeks ago failed. It only has source code. And this week's release
Meister Chica says.
You
failed.
guys got sleep.
Dirks Nexus says.
Yesterday pushed out 5 tracks.
Nice. What the hell? Let me check something. Okay, those changes that I fixed on Windows, they were not pushed. Also, this is why I don't like preprocessor. Preprocessor breaks CLangD from telling me about those issues. Let me reconnect to Wally. No.
I woke up at 7:30, completely missing full alarm blasts. I went to sleep at around 3 something. I was fully knocked out, dreaming about coffee.
Okay, let me see. I think I lost some of my fixes.
I think what happened was RAM just finished, and immediately alarm sounds started getting registered.
Let's check out a branch to push to remote. What?
Got 7 played on one song already. Can't wait for that 1 cent.
Okay, I should not use this for anything. I should have played more of this Git Good game. So now I need to reapply my head changes back onto main.
Meister Chica says.
Get switched, Kyle T. And then rebase onto main.
First, I will do this. First, I need those things, hashes. This is what will prevent me from going insane. I do not want to. So you say it's git switch, but git switch will just change the branch, right? I don't know what's -c.
Nexus says,
Have you used you?
Unreal Engine, no, not personally at least, but my brother used it and he told me a lot about how it works. Let me see what this -c does. Okay, I do not want to create a new branch, main. I already have main, I think.
I'm thinking if you're a BP person or not.
I think I am. Even my brother told me a story. They're working on a new game, right? And a guy came to them and asked for some of the scripts to be exposed as blueprints, as those, blocks or nodes. And my brother tells me that this is like super hard to do. It's not so straightforward to just, expose all complex actions as blocks, but I do not agree. I completely disagree. I actually think that most of the things should be, scriptable as blocks.
Man, I just got the biggest deja vu.
It's from the lack of sleep. Okay, now I need to grab this.
Meister Chica says,
Wait, Git no longer deletes detached heads by default. Time to recompile Git, I guess.
Okay. You have just one branch. Who needs branches when you have detached heads? Yeah, now I can sync. Cool. That means I can now disconnect from this remote, or just click escape.
Nexus says,
BP has that visual element, but when I look at code and go line by line, it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, because blueprints are this data flow thing. It's good at expressing computation, it's bad at expressing like sequential algorithms, like controller flow, like a sequence of steps that you take through time. Blueprints are terrible at that, but they are great at computational part of no code. Those are two like separate branches. Functional programming. It's like functional programming, pretty much. Okay, that was git switch. I think the release should work now.
Meister Chica says,
I do not want to know why my last message was automated.
And Visual Studio failed me because I thought I clicked the push button or something like that. I don't know, it should be on stream. But I think I clicked the push button, but it didn't push anything. It just deleted my changes.
Thiax Nexus says,
You weren't being mean to me? Now were you?
Yay! Linking AUTOMAT exe. Now it should copy them locally and push them to GitHub. Let's see. Creating a new release. Loading done, uploading done. Finished. So now there is a week 7 release. It's here. Yeah. I think it should work automatically from now on. I think I have this enabled. Release timer. Okay, do I need to enable this timer? Okay. So I just started an automated release, another release, so it's going to override those 2 files, but the way I configured all of the scripts is that I can use this to very quickly patch releases. So in a minute it should upload new binaries here. And by the way, that git good game actually helped me. I wouldn't know how to fix this detached head without this git good. So that works. That stuff works. Okay, this is going to be executed by the oh, that was actually nice. Oh, it shows the release version, the tag for the release here. So nice. And here I am on main. Wow.
If it wasn't for games, I wouldn't be speaking English.
Also not living in UK, I guess. Okay, GitHub releases are fixed in a sense that they are built, they are just broken. But brokenness is easier to fix than the automation. It's just a couple simple segmentation faults.
I would probably be living UK, just not being fluent in English.
Okay, time to upload this theme to VSCode. I will fix all of the issues. There are plenty of issues here. I'll fix them in a moment. Okay, so this is documentation on Teams.
I would probably be like you. Very thick accent, but grammar nailed down.
There is a for semantic highlighting, I think. Okay.
It's okay, math. There are some British people that even I can barely understand.
Oh, I'm perfectly content with my accent. I cherish it actually. Okay.
Charming.
Generate color team from current settings. Okay. I am about to create my first VSCode extension, apparently.
Makes you distinguished.
Yeah, a little unique, I guess. It's not bad. What is this? So many commented lines. Is this a dark theme or a light theme? I guess it's more dark. It doesn't fit the stereotypes, I'm afraid.
It's like people editing GitHub, adding like a note just so they can say that they contributed.
I need Node.js. I do have Node.js. NPX? What is NPX? And regenerates.
Today, I had good lunch. Potato porridge with chicken Kiev.
This. It's getting some npm packages for me. npm deprecated boolean version 3.2.0. What kind of package is this? Boolean. Wow. I want to create a new color team. I do not know what implications have those questions that I'm being asked. Do I want to import and convert an existing TextMate color team? TextMate, I think it's some kind of general parser, a tool for styling parsed text trees. Let's put this as a separate file. Okay.
Bro downloaded malware straight from the 2000s.
Okay, I do not know the path of an ETM team. This stuff looks very reasonable. Wow. Color names. I haven't thought of that. I could use color names to describe those different colors. Oh well. I have to abort. Let's try again. Import an existing team and inline it. Okay, it really wants me to pass URL. So now we will start fresh. What's the name?
Do you play games like Marvel Rivals?
No, I don't even watch them. Sometimes I take a look at, or maybe I do sometimes watch them, but more like, it's more like sports. I do not care very much about sports.
Competitive matches, tournaments.
Yeah. I do not have the experience to appreciate what's happening in the game. They do have some depth to them, each map can be... There are different meta strategies, and unless you are familiar with them, you do not really take much out of watching those games. What is the name of this team?
Arnie is going to play it today. You could join.
Yeah, like I said, I'm totally not interested in those games. Speedruns. I don't know. Pro players, maybe. But even speedruns are nicer when you actually know how the game works. If you know what parts are actually difficult.
It's fun with people.
And there was a game called Blueprints. And this theme is principled because, you know, all of the choices in the design, they actually have the choices have been made thoughtfully, not by just following a style or making sure things look nice. I think Blueprints is a nice name for a team.
Speedruns are knowing basically mostly everything there is to know about a game and how it works internally. How it loads areas, how many frames does each thing last, how hitboxes work.
Yeah, especially when they are narrated, this is when they are nicest. So events like GDQ, those are nice. Just thought of soundtrack from I need to get this soundtrack. I don't even remember what was the game called.
Similar to fighting games, but then you are just interested in frame data. And what's the most optimal choice of moves that allow max punish?
I think this is dark. Yeah, this is mostly dark, I think. Yes, please.
You can easily nerd out on games.
See? Okay, so we have colors and token colors. We just put them here. And maybe I will also put the schema.
There is this channel, Out of Bounds. He shows not speedrun tech, but what's outside of game maps and cool little things you never get to see. Or there is one guy who analyzes all frame data from Souls games.
Yeah, I think I've seen both of them. Yeah, I love those channels. I really like that. I think he's using some kind of generic map hack that can hack any game, you know, because he can control camera position like across games. This is very weird. Okay, so this is the base team. Changelog. I guess that's about it.
Then you watch speedrun channels with all glitches allowed, and you see people teleporting and flinging themselves across the map.
Okay, let's see how do I do this. So F5 will open a new window with my extension, okay. It did. I guess I can, for example, navigate to AUTOMAT. Better.
Like cool thing about Hollow Knight is when you open inventory when falling you don't take any stagger and you have no speed cap. I think
It's amazing that the new game has more glitches than the old one. And the engine is, I guess, the same.
it's Unity.
Yeah, but they also have some of their own stuff on top of Unity. Unity is just this very abstract thingy. You still have to code your own movement and everything.
Unity is foundation.
Inspect, edit tokens and scopes.
I haven't seen any glitches when I played it.
Ooh. I can click stuff. And it tells me what styles are applied. Okay, I think this will help with the text mate styling. Oh yeah, a lot.
You know the Rising.
I did play it. That was really sweet. This inspect editor tokens and scopes.
I got to the last boss, Velvira 99.
That was the hardest, by far. spent so much time there, learning his patterns.
You have to switch your abilities halfway through. First phase is about attacking, and second is mostly defense.
I guess this team deserves some screenshots.
Were you playing regular difficulty?
I think so. I don't remember. Oh, no. It was a custom server and we accelerated crafting because V-Rising it's terribly slow.
Cause I think on max difficulty he has third phase.
Okay, I just made a screenshot. I find it.
Getting stuff on V rising on vanilla is so much work and so slow.
Yeah, if you have a custom server, you can accelerate this. I captured a wrong window. Oh no. 1 second.
We played on custom server at normal speed, but later it got increased.
Meister Chica says,
Is Minecraft the only game that exists?
Diax Nexus says,
No. There is Hightail.
Meister Chica says,
Ah, me for gore. Yet another clone made in Luanti.
Dias Nexus says,
It was owned by Riot, but then they sold it back to its original creator.
Meister Chica says,
Wait, you can sell open source software back and forth.
Dias Nexus says,
You can download Godot, rename it, and slap a new logo and sell it.
The same for AUTOMAT.
AUTOMAT, now.
Need a couple screenshots.
Meister Chica says,
That's why I'm defaulting to BSD 34 clause licenses now, Bash.
I need to rewrite this from scratch.
Even though they don't limit commercial redistribution, they at least enforce that name of original license holders is kept to Washer.
Easy on the eye. Okay.
Ajax Nexus says,
That's right. Blue has the shortest wavelength of visible spectrum.
Yeah.
Red the longest, then infrared. Hence, redshift of distant galaxies.
Meister Chica says,
That is if you have visible spectrum.
Dice Nexus says,
Yes, that's why I said a visible spectrum.
Maybe there is... I don't remember. How do you embed bitmaps? Not like that. Okay, not like... For and the many.
Human eyes suck. We can't even see ultraviolet or polarized light.
It would be fascinating. See polarized light. Or to see light polarization.
Also, the receptors are orientated backwards. Hence the blind spots in humans. peacock mantis shrimps are crazy.
Meister Chica says,
Is that FTL reference?
I need a couple more examples.
For ill-formed people, there is 0.001 chance that mantis rescued from distressed nodes is called peacock or shrimp.
Nexus says,
Peacock mantis shrimps are neither mantis nor shrimp.
Meister Chica says,
Nor you know what I am talking about.
Nexus says,
No idea.
Let's continue. With this, we have how this... But I don't have notifications.
Camera's still having artificial shutter sound. Old habits die hard. SMS still being modeled after a letter. It should be replaced by carrier pigeon emo.
What else do we have here?
math. Who was your Gotti for the last year?
I don't think I had one. There are some games I'm waiting for, but they are still far off. I'm waiting for the second Kenshi. I think this is going to be the biggest next coming up game. I don't know when it will come up, though. It could be still years away.
What are you waiting for? I'm still waiting for Crow's Warren. Maybe lies a P-sequel inspired by Wizard of Oz this time, slated to be released in 2026.
other extensions do I have? How remote? Okay, I guess the readme is finished. I'll delete this. I'm not sure if this will work. Yeah. And not only that, but I also think my system does not allow this. Or maybe it does. Ah, it does. Okay, that's nice. Everything looks good. Okay, apparently I did everything right. Ooh. Okay, can I package? Nice. The hell? So to publish a VS Code extension, I need to create some kind of Azure DevOps organization. Wow, this is so Microsoft. Okay, I guess I have to go through this. I'll probably do this on the second screen. Why do I have to go through this? So I'm trying to create this Azure DevOps, I don't know what, project. Here they say I need a personal access token and it has to be issued by an organization. I don't know why project suddenly appeared. Then captcha wrong. Oh, no, not want. Yeah, so this is how this is how it works. I think I'm in. Sign up link is broken. Okay. I'm getting an error like that. Oh. Ignore. Come on. I need just to click this link. Just need to do this fast. Okay, those things work. View my organizations. Okay, I managed to click through this portal. I need some kind of Azure subscription now. I think I may just publish this to GitHub. I have this file, right? So this is technically everything that's needed for the extension to work. It's crazy that this is the simplest way to publish an extension. They want my credit card. Okay, I do not have a credit card that they would accept. Incredible. Anyway, I guess this stuff, this team publishing, is not super related to Automat. There is an extension now on GitHub. Tweak this.
Big 304 says,
Good day.
Hey,
What we making?
this thing here, this is a new team. I'm just uploading. I was trying to upload it to VS Code so that, you know, when you install extensions through VS Code extension search, so that this can be found. But apparently, to upload the team, you have to go through a maze of broken Microsoft corporate websites. Like, it seems like they were last touched 10 years ago. I need to go through something like this. This website is broken, by the way. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Next to my eBay link, this is amazing. I have a button or like a link saying switch directory. Is my email a directory? What the hell is happening? What do they mean?
Tekka no lie you.
I have no idea why they made it so complex. I almost made it through. Create a new release. We will just manually upload the file.
Tekka no laid you up.
Tag name cannot be blank. Yeah, even the images work. Nice, nice, nice. I guess this is it. Yeah, I'm giving up on publishing to VSCode Marketplace. I don't know if people who work at Microsoft, if they know how broken the process is, that half of the links in the README that describes publishing, and they are just dead links. This? Okay, this one works. This one also works. And this one is broken. I mean broken. It's some kind of web app. Some kind of... I guess this website, this one, would be adult if it was a person. Looking at the style, you know, the theme and everything. Anyway, we fixed Automat's release. Automat is published to GitHub. And there is also blueprints, so I guess this is the objective for today. Next week, we will see each other next week again. I'm ending the stream now. We will try to fix some of the issues. I think a bunch of crashes that happen right now when I just try using Automat, just bringing this into a usable state again. I think that would be nice. And I need to come up with some presentation for the London meetup. So 5-minute demo. I don't know. So this will probably be the theme for the next week. All right. So see you next week. Bye-bye.